Just got early access to test XPeng's Gen-2 VLA. After testing it out, this system is already super mature and ready to daily. We tested the XPeng P7 running the Gen-2 VLA, drove it for about 3 to 4 hours total, hit up the official complex test routes, and just free roamed around the city streets. Only had to take over like once or twice the whole time, and that was done under XPeng's co-pilot mode. So today we're focusing on how Gen-2 VLA handles lane changes, braking and intersections, the big 3 core scenarios. Also, while cruising the city, we did spot a few things that still need some fine-tuning. Lane changes. The most obvious thing about Gen-2 VLA is how buttery smooth the lane changes are. Total pro driver vibes. Red light ahead about to stop. Most AI systems I've tested would just stay in their lane and awkwardly park behind the bus, but the P7 actively switches left to park behind a sedan with way better visibility. High IQ move, and here traffic is a bit backed up. P7 senses the right lane is moving faster, skips past a few cars, and decisively cuts right when a sedan merges in at the same time. Right after we sped up to change lanes, it brakes super smoothly and quickly. So natural. Here's a city scenario that actually blew my mind. We're signaling and ready to merge right. But right then, a car cuts into the left lane. P7 originally wanted to gun it and merge, but the car ahead also merges right. Plus the car on the right speeds up. Total box in no space. At this point, P7 instantly does a soft brake and safely slides into the right lane. Even with a car rushing up from behind, P7 didn't hesitate. Super decisive. Scenario 2, braking. Especially when getting cut off. Gen-2 VLA brakes so softly and linearly. No jerky slam on the brakes feeling at all. Like when this car cuts in from the next lane, the system just lightly taps the brakes and instantly goes back to cruising. And here, when this sedan starts swerving in, P7 just gives a chill tap on the brakes and keeps it moving smoothly. Other AI systems facing this would basically panic brake in the middle of the road, but P7 handles it way smoother, way more human-like. Also in this tight neighborhood street, dealing with tons of pedestrians, bikes and cars randomly cutting in, P7 just micro brakes and follows perfectly. No aggressive braking, no getting frozen. Passability and comfort are totally on point. Scenario 3, intersections. Unlike some ADAS that lag and hesitate, XPeng Gen-2 VLA taking intersections feels fluid and decisive. Like here, cornering speed stays in the 20s, speeds right up after hitting the apex, clears the turn super fast. The pacing is crisp, doesn't feel draggy at all. Same goes for this U-turn right here. You can literally feel it hit the apex and just steadily punch the gas. Here's a quick montage of our city free roam. Nailed a bunch of mini scenarios. Dealing with back-to-back cutoffs, it buttery smoothly crosses 2 or 3 lanes, keeps the speed up post-turn, and sharply cuts into the side road. Pedestrians jaywalking and illegally parked cars, just a soft brake, and glides right past. Finally a bike crossing on a right turn. Soft brakes to yield politely, waits for them to pass, then guns it through the intersection. Had a wild little moment during the city test too. Car ahead just randomly broke down in the road. In bumper-to-bumper traffic, P7 broke the rules and improvised, crossed a solid line to bypass it. Of course, during this 3 to 4 hour test, we actively looked for areas that need work, mainly lane selection in complex traffic. First one is this turn right here, entering the waiting zone. Its lane picking logic was a bit glitchy, swerved out wide, didn't block traffic, but definitely room to optimize that vibe. Then on this multi-lane road, trying to pick the straight lane, the SIUI clearly recognized the right lane, but the car didn't merge in time. Swerved over at the very last second. Luckily it didn't mess up the traffic flow. Testing XPeng's Gen-2 VLA today. Overall vibe is the city ADAS is highly usable. Buttery lane changes, decisive intersections. It's an ADAS I'd actually daily drive. Got a few minor bugs, but overall it's a massive W. With future OTA updates, by the time it hits mass rollout, its polish is gonna be insane. That wraps up our early access look at Gen-2 VLA. That's all for today. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.